like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my late, of course, review for Teen Mom 2. Teen Mom 2, Season 9, Episode 1. I think it came on Tuesday, but I'm late. But it is what it is. Anyway, I hope everybody had a great Friday. Well, it's midnight, so it's technically Saturday, but I hope everybody had a great day and we have a great weekend, all that good stuff. If you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel to become a Jaybird. Okay, I feel like yelling, my throat hurt a little bit, but become a whole Jaybird. You know, I love my Jaybirds. Do not forget to also always hit that notification bell to let you know when I have new videos up. You know, always like, comment, and share my videos, all that good stuff. You can follow me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. All that is in the description box below. My IG is J_Lees_corner. Okay? But again, it's all down and it's JAY. Okay? So J_Lee_Lees_corner. Anyway, let's get started. So, you know, I'm kind of excited for Teen Mom to see where it's gonna go this season, because Teen Mom OG was getting on all the nerves I had plus some more. So we see first up, and of course I'm doing person by person. First up is Leah. So Leah, you know, that's Leah. Leah looks different to me. Or not different, but I just feel like Leah's a glam girl now. Like, her hair is always done, her makeup's always done. I know before they said how that was what you got to put in her contract, how she wants it to be where she always has someone to do her and her makeup. Because I just feel like a person who has 3 kids and one child is disabled, this doesn't always look perfect, okay? But I'm like, I think she has it. Well, no, I know she has to wear when she's shooting days when she's shooting scenes. She has hair and makeup. Anyway, so her whole story was really easy. Like, as far as we know, she's still not working. Like, I don't know what Leah does beside be on the show. She may have endorsements or advertisements or whatever, but I'm not, like, she don't have no regular job. Okay, she's a mom, she's on Teen Mom, but you know, I also don't follow her on social media, so I don't know what she does. But I mean, her whole thing is she has a new boyfriend. Okay, she has a whole boyfriend, and his name is Jason. So look, you know, this is Jason. Okay, you see Jason? I saw him and I was like, he's older. He's not her age. Who granddaddy is that? Is what I thought when I first saw his picture. Like, somebody granddaddy out there, and it's him. So that's her boyfriend. They have been dating for a couple of months. His name is Jason. They met through mutual friends. She says he's in sales. I'm like, well, sales can mean things from selling crack cocaine, selling houses, selling cars, selling insurance, selling robots. I don't know, but he's in sales, so he sells something. He is 39 years old. He has 1 child, and he has been divorced twice. So they have a couple of things in common, mainly the fact that they've both been divorced twice and have, you know, a child from a previous relationship. Again, they've been dating for a few months. And that was it. Like, she didn't talk. I was nervous. You know, she did bring up how, for her, because she's also been divorced 2 times and she has 3 kids, and guys her own age don't get her. Guys her own age think what she's been through is too much. So she's like, you know, an older guy's kind of, he understands my life because he's also lived a little bit. And I'm like, well, that does make sense. Honestly, it does. And, you know, we do see, you know, the kids have met him or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. That was it. Leah has a boyfriend, the kids have met him, and, you know, that's it. What do you want me to do? You know, I, girl. Anyway, we shall see what else she has to offer the rest of this season. I really don't want this whole season to be about her having a new boyfriend. I want it to be about her doing something. I don't know what, but there's something. But I'm happy that she's at least moved on from Corey and Jeremy, and she has a whole new person in her life. And she brings up how she wants to take things slow. She doesn't want to speed like she did last time because she met Corey. They got pregnant quick. Even when she met Jeremy, they got pregnant. Everything happened so fast, fast, fast. She's like, this time I want to take my time and just enjoy getting to know him. I think that's smart. Next up is Chelsea. So Chelsea is 7 months pregnant with her and Cole's second baby, her third. She has Aubrey or whatever. And Cole was a little bear, little scruff or whatever. So they're in the car on their way to their new house. I swear I said last season, Chelsea and Cole need to get a new house because the house they're in now is too small, and it will be amazing to see them transitioning to either looking for a house, getting a house built, or something with a new house. In the first episode, they got a new house. Okay, so the house is huge. Okay, well, no, not the house. The land is huge. So that's their house on all of their land. She's like, we bought a new house on a huge lot of land. She said the reason she loves it is because it's so secluded away from everybody else. She's like, I love just not even having to, have neighbors, how I don't have to have anybody, around. The kids can be just carefree and play outside, and just we have room to do whatever. If we want to, have a big party, we can. We can do whatever we want to do without having to worry about neighbors being concerned about whatever. I say, and she's like, I love how quiet it is and how we're just to ourselves. And I was like, she's always been like that, though, like kind of just like a little cocoon family or whatever. So it's cute. You know what I'm saying? The house is nice. They're gonna, paint some walls, get some new flooring or whatever. But the house on the inside looks great. She just wants to change stuff around so it can be home for them. So that was the whole thing. We do see how she's still going through things with Adam. So Adam has set up a visitation at that visitation center that she has to go to in order for him to see Aubrey. The thing is, she's talking to producer. She said, the thing is, he has to be there like 15 minutes early. And if he doesn't get there early enough, they'll cancel the visit. But he set up the appointment, so it's great. And she's like, I feel like if I can get across town, because it's 45 minutes away, I'm 7 months pregnant, I have to get myself dressed. I have to get Audrey, Aubrey dressed. I have to get my son dressed, who's like a year old or whatever like that. So if I can get myself and 2 kids across town in 45 minutes, he can, be on time too. She also said, what I'm saying, I'm just gonna plan to take her and hopefully everything works out. She says how Aubrey's excited because again she hasn't seen her dad in a while, but she's also nervous, mainly because it's awkward. She don't really see him often because he's always, what I'm saying, on this shit. So, we do see how her and Audrey are on their way there. She's like, what I don't know what to ask him. And she's like, well, it could, be anything. She's like, well, what if he asked me about you? She's like, I don't think he's gonna do that. So it was a weird thing where she really does not know how to interact with her own father, because he's basically just not, constant in her life. And so as they're driving there, she said, so you do know why you have to go here to see him? She's like, yeah, because, he doesn't make good decisions and he can't see me on his own. So she's very aware that, her dad just does not make good decisions and, he's working on things or whatever. So we see that. But then as they're driving, because she says how they planned it to where he and Chelsea don't be there at the same time, or they don't arrive at the same time to where they're around each other. So that's the reason why he has to get there 15 minutes early. And so she's just like driving around in the area waiting for them to call her to tell her that he's there and that she can now come and drop the baby off. So they call or whatever, and she's like, we have no dad. She's like, oh, really? So Aubrey hear the person on the phone say, he's not here. So we have to cancel. He'll get a cancellation fee for not showing up. And if he doesn't, he has to pay that money before he can schedule another visit. And so I'm like, oh, it was just so sad because um, Aubrey then said, so the whole thing's canceled because he didn't get here. Like, he couldn't get here on time. Like, she kept on saying how, I'm not sad, but I'm disappointed. And I'm like, she's like 8. You know what I'm saying? She's younger than 10 or whatever. So she's like, 7, 8 years old. And she's like, I can't believe he didn't come. This is crazy. We drove all this way and it's canceled. So she takes her, look at her face. Look at her face. I'm like, oh, it's just so sad. And she looks like a girl version of him. And I'm like, even the fact that she, didn't cry, she didn't, was like any kind of tantrum or whatever. Because she used to be a little, you know what I'm saying, little tantrums or whatever. And she just kind of understood, like, it's not happening because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And so again, she's like, no, I'm not sad. I'm just disappointed about it or whatever, And she said, I didn't know how much I needed ice cream until I got it. Meaning she was, she felt some kind of way about it with her mom. And what I love was that Chelsea said, you want to get ice cream? Let's go get ice cream. Because she knew her daughter needed something to take her mind off of, my daddy couldn't show up for me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Chelsea don't do shit either. But I do feel like Chelsea is more actively doing things than Leah for some reason. Even though I want Chelsea to do something, okay, just something. But I feel like the relationship that she has with Aubrey is amazing. To where she knew exactly what her daughter needed. Just, you know what I'm saying? I have to do something, and I loved it. I really, really did loved it. But that was all it was. With them. But Adam's still a piece of shit if you ask me. He's still not doing the bare minimum, which is just show up on time. Now see, I'm always late for stuff. Okay, so people know if you want me to be somewhere, it's gonna give me about 15-20 minute grace period because I'm always running late. But it was what it was. So next up we have Janelle. And surprise, surprise, surprise. So last season we seen Janelle. So we know her and David, not her, David. We know David can't be on this season. Like, he was fired or whatever, so she can't shoot any scenes with him. And we seen last season how how her mom was a horrible person. I don't want to shoot any scenes with her. She only wants to shoot. She only wants Jay so that she can keep being on the show. She's this going off about Barb. Okay, and the first thing we see this season, her and Barb. Yep. Her and Barb are getting along now. Even though she did not invite Barb to her wedding, even though she would just speak horribly, horribly about her mama. I guess she changed her mind. I guess when you don't have her husband around in the scene, she realized I can't be on the show if I don't have nothing to shoot. I don't have Jace enough, to shoot with him. Kyra half the time was with Nathan. So she has no one else to shoot with but her mama. So my thing is the same thing you accuse your mama of doing, you're doing. I think it's cool that they're getting along, but I would have loved to see Janelle at least apologize to her mama in some way, shape, or form. But you know what I'm saying? Janelle's an asshole too. So her and Barb are getting along and shooting scenes together, mainly because Janelle says, well, mama, Barb said, I'm Janelle. I think it's so cute that we're getting along now. And Janelle said, well, it's mainly because you're not being mean to David. No, you're not being mean to David anymore. And she's like, well, no, Janelle, I think what it is, when Nathan and his mom, tried to keep Kaiser, that's what I think it was. And you called me crying. So Nathan and his mom tried to keep Kaiser, mainly because when he had Kaiser had marks on his butt. And they look like, either they said they look like switch marks, like with a switch, and it was bruises. So he was upset. He then messaged Janelle or David or one of them and said, "Hey, he has these marks on him. I'm pissed off about it," and they didn't want to give him back because they felt like he was being abused. But with them, he said, so I'm like, well, it was what it was. But I can't believe they would do that. I can't believe they would keep him. I'm saying Janelle brings up how, well, the marks came from, he was the slip and slide, at a school. And I'm like, a slip and slide? A slip and slide don't leave marks on your butt. Like, was he naked? Was slip and slide like lined with like wood? Like what's the what? I was confused. So she says now because of that, me and him have to go to mediation because, he wants some things, I want some things that we can't agree. So we're going to mediation. She says, Nathan keeps trying to make David out to be a monster, but he's not. So everybody needs to stop acting like he's a monster. Girl, we heard the 911 tape you crying because he was hitting on you because he beat you up. David is a monster. You just don't want to accept it. And he may not be a monster every day. Okay, he may be a monster on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? But at the end of the day, he has his monster moments, and no one wants their child around a person who has monster moments, okay? Point blank, period. And then even for Barb to be so much on Janelle's side, not even though I know it's her daughter, but last season, even you were saying that Kaiser wasn't safe with Janelle and David. So now because Janelle wants to be your friend, you want to make it seem as if I can't believe that Kaiser will be held by Nathan and his mom. Why? Y'all was all you have Jace for a reason and won't give her back Jace. So why is people acting as if I can't believe Nathan tried to not let Kaiser go back after he found bruises on his butt? I'm like, are you stupid, Barb? Like, it's the Barb and Janelle are the same on levels and then different on other levels. But I feel like why we acting as if nothing last season happened? Like you were trying to help them get Kaiser out that house. What the hell? Anyway, I'm like y'all kind of crazy. So we do see Nathan. Okay, let me tell y'all Nathan. Nathan do look like he may have took some steroids. Allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. I mean, is him and his friend on a little walk or whatever, chit chatting and whatnot. I'm just saying he looks like he takes steroids. I mean, I don't know if he does. I'm just saying allegedly he looks like that. Okay, don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, he says what happened is, he did have Kaiser. He said his girlfriend, he said Kaiser called and asked the girlfriend to come wipe his butt because he still needs help wiping his butt when he goes to the bathroom. And so he said, she was in there maybe like 2 seconds and she called for him and then showed him the marks on Kaiser's butt, which he then took pictures of. Now, Nathan posted the pictures on his Twitter account. I seen them. Them wasn't no water slab marks. Them was switch marks. Absolutely switch. Someone hit that little boy with a switch. Okay, the mark wasn't like even like up and down as if he was sliding down something. It was sideways, like someone was hitting him with a switch. Like he had switch marks on his butt. Like, and I'm like, those were bruises. If I seen that as a parent, I wouldn't want my child going back with the other parent. I'm confused as to how if he had done pictures of Kaiser's butt, how child protective services. I'm like, how was there no investigation? Girl. Anyway, he brings up how that when he saw the marks, whatever, he was mad or whatever. So that's why he asked Kaiser, what happened to your butt? He said, Kaiser said, David hit me with a stick. He said, so that's the reason he was trying to keep Kaiser away from David. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Like, is Nathan the best character? No. Not at all. But I do still feel like he wants to be a great father, and I do feel like he wants to protect his son from a person who he thinks hits his son. And I don't think that's wrong for him to want to protect his son because we all feel like David is an abuser. And we heard the 911 tapes, okay? Anyway, so again, he said, I told her, we have to go to mediation because, I don't get why I have to still have supervised visits and David doesn't. David has free access to my son and my son keep having bruises. I'm like, girl, bye. So they go to mediation. She brings David, so of course they don't shoot David and Janelle. So they go and nothing was basically resolved. Janelle won't agree to what Nathan wants. Nathan won't agree to what Janelle wants, so they have to go to court. Because neither one of them will budge on anything. Nathan brings up how Janelle was lying, saying that he has pending charges. He said he does not have any pending charges. How she won't take him off supervised visits. She also won't put David on supervised visits. And so, again, nothing happened. We see Janelle's side of the story, and she also, like, I said no to everything he wanted. He says, I want my visits to no longer be supervised. I said no. He wanted David to be supervised. I said no. He wanted. She said I said no to everything, and then he was gonna say how I'm on drugs. Well, you sometimes act like a drug addict. And gonna say how David's a monster. Well, he is. And he's just down to whatever he wants to say how what I'm saying. He just wants his son to be safe. Well, he does. I mean, I'm like, girl, bye. Anyway, and now what's the end of it? They have to go to court. And again, Barb, like, I just can't believe they would do all this. But Barb, you was on their side, lad. You were trying to help them get Kaiser, girl. That was it. I can't. My emotions won't take it. I can't take it anymore. So we will see what else happens with that the rest of the season. And last, we have Kale. Oh, where's that picture? Kale. So, this is Kale. If y'all, because some of y'all don't watch the show. This is Kale. Her name was Kailyn, but we all call her Kale. So, Kale brings up how, she has her third baby daddy, Chris, and how he is being more active in Lux's life. And, how they're also working things out or whatever. Meaning, he's not dating anybody else. She's not dating anybody else. And they having sex when he gets horny. Basically. Kale changed her mind every season. At one point, she was with Javi, did not want more kids. Then Javi went to deployment. She wanted more kids. Was talking to the people because they was getting divorced. Then shortly after her, right around the divorce time, is when she got pregnant with Lux. The dude, Chris, who was the baby daddy, did not want to have anything to do with her or whatever. He was like, cheat. It was just fool. It was craziness. And now this season, they're working on things. He's better. I mean, it's a great thing that he stepped up into his son's life. And he's being active in his son's life. At the same time, girl, just be. I don't know. Anyway, we gonna leave it alone. They asked her about how Joe and Javi doing. Now they had said before that Joe and V would no longer be on the show, mainly because it was too much bullshit. The last reunion, when it was the whole fight between Kale, Briana, and the sister Brittany, they like it was team too much. It was too much bullshit going on. It was just crazy, crazy, crazy. So Joe and V had decided to leave the show. Joe and V could have had their own show. They could have a show with Joe and V with Corey and his wife, and I would watch it. And maybe pick one other father from the show. And hell, even Javi and his girlfriend or whatever. Anyway, she brings up how both Joe doing his own thing, Javi doing his own thing, and they just, be coexisting and whatnot. They're like, what about Javi's pregnant girlfriend? So Javi did have a pregnant girlfriend. They have since had the baby. So, he has a new son. She then says, well, the girl he has pregnant, her name was Lauren. Lauren is the same girl that Javi was talking to when he was talking to both something was mine. When he was talking to both Briana and Kale, he was also talking to Lauren. So when he was talking to Briana at one time, say, it's the person I know who, wants to come here and be with me. It was Lauren. And then shortly after that, Lauren got pregnant. So Javi was really out here juggling 3 women at the same time, bitch. Anyway, so she brings up how at one point, because me and Javi was still messing around, I went and got his phone. I went through his phone and I saw a text from Lauren, and she kept referring to me as, his twat of an ex-wife. And so because of that, I don't want to be associated with her at all. I don't want to meet her. She don't have to meet me. I don't care about being involved with her. I'm like, but she did the same thing when Joe was dating V. Kale don't like anyone who's dating her ex. And she'll say it's because when me and the girl had beef, or me and the girl, whatever. No, you just, girl, bye. I feel like you also will talk shit about the girls that Chris was fucking around with on you. You call them names or whatever. So my thing is, her sending Javi a private text message, and she called you a name because she did not know you then, and he was messing with all 3 of y'all, and we all know Javi was on some bullshit at that point in time, lying to everybody. Okay, lying to everybody. You can't sit there and be still mad at her if you're not mad at Javi. Javi was fucking on 3 of y'all. What you mad for? And if she called you, sometime you are a twat. Sometimes you are. Sometimes Kale can be very aggravating. Sometimes not, but sometimes you can be. So my thing is, you can't be holding that towards her, and it's just stupid. And Kale is sometimes fucking childish. Anyway, so we do see Javi, okay? Javi, where's Javi's picture? So Javi, I still think Javi's so cute. I mean, he's still a whole like a little manipulator, whatever. But I think he's getting better. I think he's growing up. But we have to also remember they in their early 20s. So you make dumbass decisions when you're in your early 20s. So Javi is at his house and he's talking to his girlfriend Lauren. And where's Lauren? There's Lauren. I'll put Lauren over here. Anyway, so they're talking or whatnot. And make this bigger. Okay. So, Javi and his two girls. So, Javi and Lauren are talking or whatever. And, he says it was, a lot to one, introduce Lincoln to his new girlfriend. And then have to tell Lincoln, okay, my new girlfriend is pregnant and you're having a new baby brother. And then say, well, hey, Lauren, who's pregnant with dad's baby, she's also gonna be moving in. So for him, he just wanted it to be an easy transition as far as Lincoln was concerned because Lincoln is the son, and he didn't want Lincoln to not like Lauren or whatever and be weirded out about anything. But they both say how it's been. What she says it's been surprisingly a very easy transition with her moving in or moving there with him and moving in whatever, and she's pregnant. So she then says, "Well, I'm surprised that Kale hasn't either wanted to meet me when we go to do drop offs or whatever. She never comes outside to meet me or whatever. So I don't know why that's happening. So she don't even know that Kale is mad about some fucking text messages from 6, 7, 8 months ago, whatever. I'm like, Kale, but again, Kale is childish. Anyway, but I also get what she means because why would you not want to be the person who's around your child? You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like you and I don't want to be friends with you, I'm going to meet you one good time just so I can put a name to a face. And I can bitch, I see you. This is my son. Don't fuck up. Okay? Or just so that and once I meet you that one time, we ain't got to ever talk again. But we're going to meet one good time. Okay? Because you're around my child. Anyway, Javi, I don't know either. Because again, Javi, I'm pretty sure Kale probably said some shit. He probably just didn't tell Lauren. But again, how well, once Kale kind of gives okay to want to meet you, I'm saying we'll set it up or whatever. Once she brings it up. So we do see they all have to coexist, okay? Why? Because Lincoln has a soccer game. So Kale well, Lauren gonna be there, so I need to keep my distance. I want to get there early enough to get my own space where I ain't gotta be around her. And it was just a weird thing the whole time because Javi there helping Lincoln kick around the ball, and we see Lauren also interacting with Lincoln, and they're all kind of in the same space. Even when at one point where Kale's son Lux was kicking the ball around with Javi, and Lauren was right there oh, he's so cute, he's so adorable, his hair is so cute, and she's throwing out compliments to the kid, thinking Kale will. He said, "Oh, thanks," and that can be a little leeway into them having some kind of conversation. But if we standing 4 feet from each other, whatever, 5 feet from each other, and we're all interacting with the kid, why would you not? Because we haven't talked. So it's awkward in my opinion, but Kale is fucking childish. Anyway, they're both, but Lauren didn't say shit either. Hey, I'm Lauren. Nobody initiated a Lauren didn't, Kale didn't, neither did Javi. So who knows? Anyway, but we do see Lauren interacting with the kids. That's what it was. So we then see they all standing around, and it's awkward because you hear Kale and Lauren both cheering on Lincoln and kind of over talking each other because they're trying go Lincoln, yay Lincoln. I'm looking and look, they were standing. So Kale was I'm gonna be over here. You know what I'm saying? And Lauren kept just trying to be around or whatever, but because Kale was this not acknowledging, it was Kale tried to act as if Lauren was not even there. She right there next to me, but if I just don't say shit to her, I don't look her way, it's as if she does not exist. She didn't acknowledge Lauren's presence. And I think Lauren, in her own way, tried to say stuff to get Kale to say hi or whatever. But again, Lauren didn't say hi either. So it was just weird as hell. I don't get crazy, people. Anyway, but we do see at the end of it, Kale is so petty, in my opinion, to where when they're leaving, she makes Isaac go get Lincoln so that she does not have to go over and talk to Javi or Lauren. So she says the kid either. Kale is just childish sometimes. I mean, because you're mad because she called you twat. You mad because the dude who was fucking you on two other people, the one other people who was fucking called you a twat. And that's why sometimes Kale gets on people's nerves. Okay? I mean, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes Kale is cool, but sometimes it's some bullshit afoot. Okay, and last but not least, Briana. And y'all know I don't like Briana. Still don't. Still don't. So Brianna and Brittany hanging out or whatever, they took Nova to like a little jumpy thing or whatever. And they're just chit chatting or whatever. And so she tells Brittany how she wants to kick Devon out, mainly because he never spends any time with Nova. He always say and it makes me mad that he just doesn't do the bare minimum. He says how it's always because he works so much. And Brittany gonna say, well, you work 40 hours a week or whatever. You work 40 hours and you still be able to parent two kids. And I'm like, that's true. Okay, she's a mom. She's a working mom and she's still able to be in her kid's life. I wonder I was like, well, where does he work and what hours does he work? But he works like TGI Friday, so I'm like, I don't know what hours those are. But whatever. So Brianna says like it's like a slap in my face that he lives there, but he still don't be around and do shit. And I say that's very true. She has every right to be upset that he's in the household, but he's not interacting with his daughter. But I also feel but if he works the hours where she's home, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I needed more information or whatever. But whatever. But again, you know what I'm saying? She says this is not fair for Nova to kind of get used to him being around and then he'll just disappear for like 2 weeks and then come back. Because he's been living there for like 2-3 months at this point in time. But I'm like, but if it's been that long, if he be leaving for like 2 weeks at a time, I'm like, he don't really stay there or whatever, but whatever. So Brittany says, like, I think the thing is he does not know how to manage it all because he's back working, he's back around Nova, and he doesn't know how to balance it how you do because you've been doing it for longer. I appreciate Brittany stating the obvious, meaning you are used to being a parent and working and doing both, and he ain't. This is his first little rodeo, and he don't know how to manage the time. He don't know what the fuck he doing or whatever. And she wasn't giving him an excuse. She was like, he don't know what he doing. She also brings up how he can't balance life because now he has a job and a cell phone. I said a cell phone, like. So did he not have a cell phone? It's weird to me when adults don't have cell phones, or phones in general. Because I just feel like nowadays everyone has a cell phone. Like, so she said he can't. He's being different because he now has a cell phone and he can reach out to other people and like be a part of the world. And I'm like, was he in a cave before? Anyway, we seen that conversation going on of her, like, I'm tired of it. I'm gonna just put him out of the apartment. And I'm like, okay. So we then see Devon. Devon is with a friend of his. Where's Devon's picture? He looks so bad. Oh, he's a little cut or whatever. He's talking to one of his friends. So he works at TGI Fridays. He said, I also work over 40 hours a week or whatever. It'd be a lot on me. And then the friend, was cool that within the next week or whatever, we moving into our own place. So, because Brianna did say that she told him he had to leave. And he texted her back and said, well, that's fine because I already found a place and I'm moving in next week. Cool. So, he says for him, it was awkward staying there. And so he said, I was thankful for it. He said, well, she my ex. Like, it's just some bad blood there too. And it's kind of awkward or whatever. But I'm thankful that she let me be there. He said, it was also great spending time with Nova. He said, but then I started working even more and I wasn't able to do that either. And, he so now that I have a new place, you know what I'm saying, it can be better for me. Do I think Devon is helping as much as he can? No. But I also think he don't know what the fuck he doing. I think he's still childish and young-minded a little bit and not really knowing how to be a father. And I do wish while he stayed there they would have like tried to get some co-parenting classes because I don't think he know what the fuck he doing. And that could have helped them both just co-parent over in the same house. Just saying. Anyway, we do see that he came to the house, whatever, and packed up his stuff and left. And when he came there, it was Brittany was there, Briana was there, Nova was there, Brianna's friend was there, and her Brianna's friend kid. It was awkward too because he packing the stuff, and it's just a house full of people. Nova playing or whatever, and I'm looking like, okay. So she did tell Nova, like, your dad's moving out, he got his own place or whatever, and you can go visit him whenever you want. But then when her friend then said, I heard say to Nova that, if she wants to visit her dad, like you'll take her to do it. Will you really do that? She's like, well, I don't know. I might. I'm looking like, what? It's, and that was basically the end. He got game over, packed up his little stuff or whatever. He left. I do like that when he left, he did say, all right, y'all, thank you. He at least said thank you. I don't know if he said it to everybody, but he said it out loud, it was what it was. But I'm more mad. I'm like, Briana, her mama, and her sister, and her 2 kids still live in that small-ass apartment. Y'all haven't made enough money, girl. Between all 3 of them working real jobs and them being on the show, you don't have enough money to just get a bigger place. No. Like, you can't buy a house and I feel like I know for a fact, she's made, between the 3 of them, y'all have had to make at least $100,000. Y'all ain't want to put that money down on a house. Like, they can still live together. Get a bigger place. And don't get some place where you got to rent. Because you may not be able to afford to rent. So I'm like, find a house. Buy a house. Get out that small ass apartment. Girl, bye. Okay? And that was the end of it, y'all. So, put in the comments how you guys felt. I'm done for today. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.